Drop it.
And what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Oops, wrong screen. Huh, I gotta fix that. Damn it. You guys can hear me well? Can you guys hear me okay? All right. Good morning. Okay, so guys, look at we make this super freaking clear, right? You go ahead and when we tell you enter the trade, we tell you enter the trade. And I mean, well, one second. Let's zoom on in. So we're in the trade, 10 contracts in, I'm up $7,000. Guys, this is where your entry was. You knew that. You knew that. In fact, actually, I went into the trade twice on the break. I made like 35,000 on that initial move up. And then now, closed position, came back in, right? You guys, we see that there. 5K. I mean, honestly, where are we going with this? We know where the market's taking us. We know, like, hey, that this is a reasonable area. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to go ahead and I'll sell or modify this. I'll sell my 10 here and then be done. Guys, this was the trade, right? All we had to do was trade design full, right? This happened at 8:30 in the morning. Probably not ideal. Market opens, and then we get the ideal setup here. That's where the money's made. Really, really, really simple. Guys, it's simple. Who believes me? Who believes me at this point that it's really that simple? Our system is really that simple. Can I see some hands? Who really believes me by this point? Because, yeah, it's guys, look, we're out $10,000. I'm not even trying. I'm disrespecting the hell out of my system, right? You guys trades. Good morning. Good morning. It's exactly right. You got a trade design. Hey, yeah, pre-market, whatever. Okay. And then wait for market open. And then this has to happen. Yeah, it's 9:35. But this is an optimal setup. It gave it to us. Okay. And so here we are, just hanging out, making 10 grand here. So now the question is, am I too late to this party? Honestly, I mean, you would have to assume that this here, the break of GT right here at 18,987, you would have to assume like that might be a level. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom out, right, guys? Because when we zoom out, we get some context as to what's really happening here, right? And so we see that there's a level up here, the price action, this level right here. Wait, hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Let's bring this in focus. You see this level right here. That's where we were contending with. And yeah, so what I'm going to do, that's my level there, right? We're going to come back to this moment in time. Now that we know where my level is, what I want to do, and we see that there, right? What I want to do is now, I mean, that's my limit right there. He's barely hitting it. You guys see that there? Let me zoom on in. Because I found my level, what I'm probably going to do, guys, and honestly, I'll go ahead and set my stop, right? Now, where's my stop going to go? My stop is going to go right under me, the level right there. That's it. So I've guaranteed myself, there you go. I guaranteed myself money. You see what happened right there? I found a level. Hey, guys, come on. It's guys, you can't make this up. We did this purposely, right? You see what I'm saying? We found a level. We take our stop or bring it up or we secure profit just in case. Why? Because that level, well, becomes a binary moment. Is it going to reject or is it going to break? We don't know. So we saw how price was interacting at or around here. Big wick. We saw the rejection. You see that second candle there? I had to do it. We zoom out. We found the level. Break my stop just underneath that level. Take the bag. Now, this candle hasn't closed. This candle has not closed above the level. Okay. So what we can do, and we have a whole 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Right. What we can do is say, all right, look, I'm not going to chase this. I don't want to chase this. I would like, if I'm going to get into this play, even though, honestly, guys, I think this thing just already like paid out, right? For me, it paid out. So, you know, I mean, this has got to be a 5-to-1 or something like that, right? Okay. So, but if you insist on getting into this trade, you have to go ahead and set your buy here, right? And what you're hoping for is the candle to come back down, okay? The candle to come back down, fill here, and then make the move up. If it doesn't, hey, look at no harm, no foul. We just don't chase anything. Are we making sense this morning? Can we make sense this morning? Are we making sense, guys? Come on. My job is to make sure that you guys trade safely. And you understand, that you guys do. You guys have been watching me. You guys have been watching me long enough. Okay. Okay. So now we got to fill. And it just, it filled me. Right. Came on down. Took some people out. This is vicious here. Right. And it came, took some people out. That's cool. So, everything we do with intent. I don't like to leave anything to chance here. There's nothing to chance here. So, anyone's freaking out, let me show you how this works. Now, shame on me for going in 10 contracts big, right? Because now I have a $5,900 drawdown. And so, what I'm going to wait for, guys, good or bad, I have to wait for this to go yellow on me. Okay? I have to wait for that to go yellow on me. Now, if you went ahead and you sized, let's say, one contract, this would only be $900. One M&Q, this would only be $90, right? And so what I'm saying here is like, okay, I wanted to get the better fill. We know where the market's going. I'm going to hang on to this trade until the STB line goes yellow. Okay. Now, again, this looks like an awful lot. I made a lot this morning. Okay. So I traded bigger than I should have. That's all on me. But hey, it is what it is, guys. Here we are. 4,900. We'll see what I'm going to do. Well, we got 1, 2, 3. We got three bits of evidence here, right? That, hey, it's struggling, right? You see that line right there? It's just forming that line. Let's see if we get that line on the candle close, because there's 37 seconds on the candle close. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell up here, right? You got a touch here. You got a touch here. It's very, 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 very possible. It comes right back up, and then, I could end this trade profitably. Okay. So, that's it. And guys, you can see, oh no, Gabe's down $10,000. Not really worried about it. Okay, so 3 seconds on the candle close. 3 seconds on the candle close, guys. All right, so we got a whole new candle. And yeah, I am obligated to close this trade here. I am obligated. Okay. RSI breaking moving average. Okay, cool. So we get out of this trade. That's not a big deal. Right. So FlexAct, check it out. You guys are all watching here. This here. Let me see something. I'll give you guys. I was playing with free money, so I was just being a little reckless here. But let me see. Go into my trade of 8, and I'll post this into the chat here. This is like my stats for today. Let's see. So this here, guys, it really is why we don't double dip into a trade, right? You saw it there. It was, we got out at the level, or we reject it from the level. Okay. Let me see. So nice. Reports today. Let's see. Who is green today? Who's green? And let's see. Let's get this into the Discord. There you go. Me. A lot of people are green. Good. 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 Okay. All right. So we got this posted in the Discord. Even with that loss, even with that $10,000 loss, guys. I mean, let me pull this up here. Get you into the Discord. I just posted this. Who can see it? Market chat. There we go. All right. I mean, $34,000 on the day. 5 trades, 80 contracts, 6 minutes. Longest trade time, 11 minutes. 80% winner. I'm good. Right. And I'm done for the day. Maybe. Just done for the day. Right. So you made 5% on MAQ. That's great. Everybody's made money. Good. So no one went ahead and double dip. That is the key, right? That is the key. Unless, guys, you're trading with insane amounts of freedom, right? Like if you're trading for free. So I was trading for free because the market gave me like $40,000, right, between those two trades. And so I could afford to be a little loose and a little aggressive. It didn't work out in my favor. I still ended day green. Now, this is the importance of, there you go, Matt made 265. Matt, we've been talking about this. No, I don't trade in pre-market. I don't trade pre-market. I don't trade after hours. Matt, I see the strategy is working. Right. I see the strategy is working for you, Matt. Let's see. So let's look at some of the chats here. We got some guys. It's CJ, man. I've made the same more money in seconds than a full day of work. Oh man. So that's either a compliment to the system or you work a shit job, bro. I'm just saying. But either way, that's great. So people are making money. Let's go ahead and get back to the chart to see if there's opportunity here. So let's pay attention. Let's do this. Maybe the market owes me some money. Who knows, right? So what we're going to do here is we know that this is a level and we played it and we got rejected, right? Okay. So our size still above its moving average. Okay. And our trend tracker is still green. So what I'm going to do is, well, I'm not going to do 10 this time, guys. I'm going to do 5. Let's do 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an order just over this level to come fill me. There you go, Matt. So I work with Matt doing one-on-ones, and we talked about, holy crap, it filled me, and then oh, the market's like, so Gabe, I hear you teaching something. Okay. The came and filled me. It's doing some wonky stuff right now. Was it 10 o'clock data? Oh, fuck, that's right. Guys, it was 10 o'clock. News. Okay, yeah. That's what it is. Is news. So I was not paying attention to the new home sales, yeah. So I was not paying attention to 10 o'clock. All right, so guys, you heard me talk about it, like times that you want to stay away from is 8:30, 10 o'clock, And then you want to stay away from bond sales that happen maybe around 1 o'clock. Was that 1 o'clock? Yeah. And then, of course, FOMC. So I actually got caught up in this new home sales crap, but news is news. We're going to see how the market reacts. I mean, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy has happened here. Did not get a chance to secure profit. It was like, whatever. But nothing too crazy's happened. So we're going to hang out here. Right. I got to trust in my system. It's still, it's saying go. Everything's green. Right. Everything's green for now. So I got to trust in my system. If anything, I get an opportunity to maybe even dollar cost average into this. Maybe I'll wait to see if we can recapture that level. If not, okay. Right. So we got RSI breaking below its moving average, guys. We're still bullish here. Okay, because the RSI is above its above 50, the moving average here. We just need RSI to recapture above that moving average. And so this is where I would say, okay, we can reject heavily here. I'm still up. I'm not sacrificing the farm here. We're still up. We're cool. But yeah, this zone right here, nobody liked. Just nobody liked. So this level remains undefeated. But here we go. So guys, you see this signal here? This yellow right there? That right there is like, if you were in this trade, this is where you would get out. You guys see that there? If you guys, oh, it went away. All right, so it didn't close. So we always wait for candle close, right? But if you were in this trade, let's say at 8:30, you would have gotten out here at 9 o'clock, right? And if we got back in this trade here, you probably would have got out here, right? And so this becomes a very much an alerts-driven system. Now, we see some stability at or about here. And this could definitely work against me, but really, I just don't care. So I'm going to dollar cost average into this. Why is my mouse not working? Okay, there we go. So we're 10 in. And honestly, I don't care if I lose 32,000 today. Yeah, Chicago Brew asks, is the system effective for cryptocurrency? Guys, it's effective for anything and everything. It's effective for anything and everything. Like, legit. Let's see here. Catch up to the chats here. Okay, so yeah, some people just like crypto. Now I have to ask a question here. Why do so many of you like crypto? Any particular reasons why people like crypto? I'm not a fan of it, but I'm open to the ideas. Why do people like crypto? Hey, Jenny, thanks. Why do people like crypto? So DC Fan is saying potential to become a millionaire. Okay. Let's see. All right, so people say it moves, others say it's 24/7. Potential to become a millionaire is highly volatile. So let's really talk about like crypto, right? Because half these kids trading crypto don't know how to trade. Most people don't know how to trade. And most people don't have the emotional, I guess, the emotional fortitude to trade crypto and volatility, right? So crypto for me is and always will be a store of value, right? It's you put your money in there, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever the case may be. It's a store of value. It's you set it and you forget it. I don't look at crypto as something that's tradable. It's just you gotta be a really, really good and disciplined trader to trade crypto. Otherwise, what you're going to find yourself doing is just holding through a lot of drawdown. Um, everyone's been saying cryptos or Bitcoin, you know, crypto, whatever, is the future. And we've been saying that for about 20 years. Um, I don't see any function of crypto, at least at this very, very, very moment. I mean, aside from like Bitcoin, but really, if you think about like all those shitcoins that come out, those are all speculative assets, right? All speculative assets. And I guess, the appeal is it gives you something to do when the market's closed. And I don't know. I think some people just are better off not trading. Right? They're all speculative assets or speculative instruments, so come on, you think about something like even like Bitcoin, right? There's actually no rhyme or reason for a shitcoin to have had the traction it had, or maybe even the Huck Tour girl, right? That was just all speculative assets that then people end up getting hurt. It just really sucks. It sucks that that's what it is, but that's what it is. Um, so that's why I don't trade it. That's why I don't trade it. So let's go ahead and look at what else is going on in the market because let's see. I just started this first video. Good for you. Good for you. Let's get caught up in the chats here. Let's see. Some of you guys like fractional trading. I mean, yeah, exactly. Ryan is the meme stuff. It's the popularity. I mean, I don't know, man. It just, you want to check out like XRP? Let's look at XRP for a second. This is XRP. Okay, yeah. Let's look at this. So let's get to XRP. There's XRP cap. Where's XRP? Nano XRP. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. Are we gonna do XRP USD? Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, right? Okay, so guys, it's trading at $2.26, right? I mean, right here we could see, breaks. That's your trade here. It breaks up. That's your trade. And somebody asked if this works on crypto. So you see it breaks up. It gets your confluences here. That's your trade. How about here? This was Tuesday. You wait, right? Guys, this is XRP. Wait. You get the break here, get the confluence. That's your trade. Right? Let's see. Here we go. Another instance. Did you get the break here? That's your trade. This is not a trade. We're telling you right here. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. You get a short-lived bit of momentum to not do anything. We'll let a bit of momentum here. Don't do anything. And then you're just literally playing these ginormous moves. Let me bring this in focus here. Right? Literally playing the ginormous moves. I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, yeah, so that's actually the assumption, right? Isn't everything speculatory? Like it is, but I don't like. Okay, well, aside from what Trump does to the market, because he makes it extremely volatile, and of course we get news, et cetera, et cetera. But I mean, It's like we take an XRP, right? It's like you can almost singularly manipulate it, right? With like NQ or Nasdaq, right? There's so many companies that comprise the Nasdaq, so many companies that comprise ES. More importantly, I sit back knowing that there's a general bias to the upside with these with the SPY or S&P or with Nasdaq or NQ or QQQ, right? We're trading options, we're trading just buying it or trading futures. So there's a lot of derivatives of like the S&P and Nasdaq. But the thing is that like there's a bias to the upside. It just is. With XRP, we don't know if there's a bias to the upside. I mean, this thing just literally landed on everyone's desk just recently, right? Previous to that, it was literally a shitcoin. Guys, we can go ahead. Let's see. Let's look at this on a daily. Um, let's get this on the daily here. Let's take a peek. Right, this, right? So this, you got to hold through all this. And then, oh my God, this happens. This isn't strategy. This is just holding. This is holding, right? If you see previous to it, it was just consolidation before the spike, and then it was another consolidation before a bigger spike. What this is telling me is that these spikes are attributed to, whether it's news or just a gain of popularity. I don't want my money sitting stagnant like this for a very long time. I just for me, it's just no, right? No, I'm not going to do that. It really, I'm not going to do that, guys. So, you want to make sure that your money's always in motion. That's how you make money. Guys, that's how you make money. You got to make sure your money's always in motion. If your money's stagnant, or your money's tied up, it's not in motion, it's not making money, right? You need go ahead and ask those guys over at AMC if they made any money just being stagnant. Okay. So, yeah, let's get back to the conversation here. And then let's see. It's best to day trade gas tokens. Like, so anybody who tells me it's best to day trade X amount or one instrument over another, this, that, and the other, please show me your stats. Get on TradeZilla and show me your stats. All right. And so, I mean, we need to be careful because there's other people in the chat who are probably brand new to trading, and they'll hear some guy say, well, this is the best, and then they'll go ahead and jump in on that, right? And get absolutely wrecked. Now, while I was entertaining this great conversation with you guys, this happened. I was actually profitable here, and yeah, that was the third try. I went from a negative position to a profitable position by several thousand, missed out on it. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm not worried about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just set my take profit. It's not going to be pretty. I don't think so. Actually, you know what? I'll just leave it right here. No sell here. Let's modify. So we get 10, and then I'm just going to leave this alone and go about my day. That's all I'm going to do. That's all we're doing here. I was profitable. Jeez. Come on, guys. You got me all like talking about like nonsense, like XRP. Don't make me no money. FG makes me money. ES makes me money. We're making money. So, all right. Anybody want to look at anything else? Because the system works incredible for Ryan. Thank you. Thank you for, there's a delay on the stream. So what I see and what you guys see and what you guys comment is just like, there's never a line. That's why we do study halls where it's instantaneous, which reminds me, I got to get back on study halls. So yeah. Left $5,000 on the table. I left $5,000 on the table. It is ridiculous. So I should have took that profit, but it wasn't me. Damn you. Okay. So anybody want to look at anything else? Any other tickers? Everyone's silent now. It's not fun. Why are trade designs different on MNQ versus NQ? It's just the way the data is interpreted. All right, so I'm looking at MCL. Right, AG First Majestic. Okay, 1 second. Let me uh let's see here. Hot potato? The hot potato comes in with the answer. MQ and NQ are not the same. As far as like their data feed, they're really not. Different types of volume, that kind of thing. So the data is going to be off a little bit, guys. Even though it's the same thing. Okay. Let's see. Richard is an MCL. Let's look at MCL or CL actually. All right. Oh my God. Okay. So this is CL here, right? Oh my God. Yeah. It's sort of kind of like we're just waiting for that level breakdown and then this thing just died, right? Just break. The bias to the downside. You're probably like, all right, there's congestion here. We'll set an order just underneath the level and then, well, just dies, takes it down, right? You guys want to trade the general direction of the asset. So the general direction here is to the downside. Okay. Whereas like with NQ, the general direction was supposed to be to the upside until it wasn't. And so now what we got is like some consolidation, which is just like absolute nonsense. So it's fine. All right. So Richard, I'm sure you made bank on that trade there, man. Holy crap. Um, let's see. Uh, let's see. Cody Ocho made it 7-1. Jeez. Let's see. GC was a 7-1. Let's go ahead and look at gold futures. And so, guys, what's interesting with gold is that it's supposed to be a safe haven. Yeah, given everything that's going on with like the dollar, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, somebody didn't get the memo. Okay, so trade design, wait. You gotta stop down here. It's just gold. Again, gold is speculative instrument, just like crypto. Again, these are speculative assets, right? Then it finally goes in your favor here. You take it and you just rock and roll and just make insane amounts of money. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. The system works, guys. It's just fucking stupid. Jesus. Money to be made. There's so much money to be made. Uh, uh, let's see. Now, Richard says, the system is great. After a move, I actually look forward now to great candles and prepare for the next design as opposed to trading all over the place like in the past. Richard, finally, the man finally gets it. Oh, man. Richard, Jesus. Okay, so guys, let's use gold, for example, here, right? So gold, this is where a lot of traders will go ahead and like fuck around and find out. This candle here will end up getting chased or end up chasing. Right now, there's a couple of things that say, hey, look, might be bullish. We're in a retracement zone right here, spelled out for you by the system. It says retracement. That's why we got the gray candles here. But it's essentially going against the trend. Now, of course, you could go ahead and say, all right, well, I'll take this trade to the upside, right? I'll take this trade to the upside. 7. Well, I really don't care about my trade. That's the thing. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna do this. So we got this here. Going to the upside. Okay. And the thing is like, if you're going to do a trade like this, which is not part of this trade design, if you're going to do a trade like this, you need to trade defensively, meaning you have to bring your stops up, right? Because you are going against the trend. You are going against broader trend, right? So as the move is going up in your favor, you want to go ahead and bring your stop up. You're going against the trend. Make sense? Make sense? So that's how you want to trade. Now, going back to my trade here. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, I love you guys, but you guys are not worth me not paying my bills. So, yeah, from 32,000, yeah, I lost half of it. All right, so you guys are gonna see it here. I'm gonna close my trade. Maybe. No, but I am. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna zoom out and let's see. Is there a level? Yeah, there's a level right here. Yeah, that level. Let's see if we gravitate back to this level here. There we're at 15. I'm gonna go ahead and just say, all right, I had enough fun for the day. I'm gonna close my trade and be done with it. Still green. Okay. Well, we gotta bounce off the level. We're gonna bounce off the level. Huh. That's what I was looking for, that level, guys. Let me see something. Hmm. Okay. We got the bounce off that level. And now I'm a full allocation in. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. You guys have just made my trading entertaining. So I was down 17,000 at one point. I'm now down 8,000. Okay, not bad. Um, yeah. So what I'm attempting to do here, guys, is like I'm attempting to use the dollar cost average to sort of kind of like help me get out of the trade sooner. Um, let's take a look and or minimize my loss. That's the only reason why we're dollar cost averaging, is to minimize my loss or to get out of the trade sooner, right? Um, yep, you got it. You're paying attention, Nick. All right, you're paying attention. I love that. So there we go. Like it's I'm down 10 now. I'm up 2,000. I was up 2,000. You guys see how I used the dollar cost average to sort of kind of get me out of a pickle here, right? Because I'm going to maintain my bullishness. Now we're up 5,000. We're just, man. See, this is why you need to have like awareness of like the levels. I zoomed out. I found a level. Really, really made me think about it. Paid attention to our side. Good point, Nick. Nick saw what I saw, and then I'm like, all right, that's the level. Let me add it to my position. I'll dollar cost average, and it'll help me get out sooner, right? It'll help me get out sooner. So it worked out. It worked out. That's all I gotta say. So nice. So this is about having like awareness, right, of what you're doing. It's knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it. What people tend to dollar cost average, they dollar cost average in just like obscure places. It really just doesn't make much sense to me. If I dollar cost average is going to be at or around a level, and if I'm attempting to get out of a trade and minimize the pain, right? I won't chase the trade south if it's going against me, because remember, I still have to remain biased to my general trend. And my general trend was bullish, right? Everything said bullish. Even though it looked red for that moment, it said bullish. So I can't go south and then get hung, because it starts going north. So what I do is I know that my trend's bullish. I come down to a level. That's where I add. And I'm still betting on bullishness. So what we've done is we've taken we've taken a trade that had me down negative 17,000, and now I'm up 13. We could zoom on it. You guys see that there, right? All because I simply zoomed out and found my level right about here. That's what I did. So guys, now I'm up 22,000, 24,000, 21,000. I know this starts getting surreal, guys. Welcome to my world. This is how I trade. You guys just seen it, right? I try to trade small on live streams, not because I don't want to discourage people, right? And I don't want people to feel like they have to trade like I have to trade, because this system is what got me to the point where I can trade the way I trade. You know, if you're just getting started, you have to learn, and you have to learn to trust, and you have to understand your trend. You have to believe in your trend. You have to respect the 200 down here, right? I'm up 24,000. It's 25,000, 23,000. Come on. Like seriously, like we're chilling, right? So here we go. Now this is what I do, right? I'm not gonna be a dum dum. I know I'm blessed here, right? And I know, like, hey, we've been up here before, and the markets literally pulled my pants down and fucking R. Kelly me. I know that, so I'm gonna prevent that from happening now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and set my stop. Now, where am I going to set my stop? Let me go ahead and modify this, and let's modify this before it starts working against me. I'm going to modify my stop. All right, modify order. All right, that's 10 contracts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it right up here at that level. So if it comes down and it stops me out, like, cool. It's sort of kind of like what you guys saw the last time. So I'm not here to make the most money. I'm just here to make money. Does that make sense, guys? Now, if this thing, like, if it just takes off, woohoo, right? That's when, you know, you guys would have seen me post $100,000 days, $200,000 days, $1 million days. But I'm just, there we go. It's happening. Right, you know, nice, boom, boom again. It popped up, and you could see these wicks right here. It's telling me everything. Like, no, market, you're not going to bend me over like you did last time. I'll play defense here, and if it gives me more than I deserve, it gives me more than I deserve. But guess what, boys and girls? I give zero fucks about this trade. Does that make sense? Are we making sense here? If, you know, there's a reason why I say trade small, right? There's a reason why I say trade small. And wait, let me get this back over here. There's a reason why I say trade small. There's also a reason why I really don't ever. Okay. When you trade small, I care less about the trade. Because if you care less about the trade, you actually perform better, right? My success comes from the fact that I don't care about my trades. And it's, yeah, you tend to, you know, I don't know, have put in enough reps to sort of kind of understand how the market behaves. But guys, I was trading with free money from the very onset, from that very big move from this morning. So I wasn't stressing about anything. It was just literally free money that now I'm putting to work. Okay. So I'm not stressing about anything. And you guys hear me talk about with the system, like, hey, if you secure 1%, or if the market gives you more than you deserve, let's say it gives you 3%, you park 1%, guarantee the 1%, take the 2%, go have fun with it, right? You know, make it work for you, right? Because it's free money. And so that's what I was doing here. I was just playing with free money. I don't care about winning or losing the trade. I care about winning or losing the day. And I make sure I 90, 95, 99, maybe even 99% of the time I'm winning the day, right? And the students who do longevity with me, and you guys hang out with me, and you start submitting to the system, you start seeing that your winning days Like Miss McMullen has probably had Miss McMullen. How many red days have you had in the past 6 months? Like three, three in the past 6 months. Three. Trading like a damn banker is dope. Okay, so you got to trade like you don't care, right? And it truly has to be something you don't care, right? And huh, I gotta be careful with this, right? Because I understand why a lot of you try to do the prop firm challenges because the money's so small that you don't care, but you're also building bad habits because you're not actually really trading. You're just leaving shit to chance. I don't leave anything to chance. There's always a rhyme or reason for everything I do. Right. And I feel like having my own port affords me the flexibility for the drawdown that I want to play it the way I want, you know, and here you go. Guys, look, come on, man. I'm doing this live. This is $34,000 on the trade, right? And the thing is like this thing could just keep going. Now, I have to make a choice of whether I want to just secure the bag or just leave my stop right there and not give a fuck about the trade. I don't give a fuck about the trade. Like, you have to trade that small, guys. How many of you have gone from like NQ to MNQ or just started trading so small that you started you started caring less about the trade? And how much did your performance improve? I know there's a few of you in the comments here and you've experienced just that. Come on, let's get the hands up. So we got Stephen Roberts. Yes. And Japan. Yep. Matt. Yep. Steven. Yep. MEQ to MES. There you go. It's CJ at this point. You're on profit guarantee. So it really doesn't matter. Exactly. CJ. See, he gets it. He gets it. One MEQ at a time. John Cachola, 100. Stop you. Yes, everybody. You trade smaller because when you trade smaller, you have more control of your money. Think about it, right? What What's the rhyme and reason for entering a trade with, oversized position? Is it impulse? Is it that you are romanticizing the profit side of it? Right? Is it that you lack self-control? Maybe you disrespect your portfolio. Maybe you disrespect your money. Huh, right? The whole idea of going large tells me something about the trader. Right? Now, large is relative, right? So for you guys, I'm going in large, but I'm going in small, right? But when I see somebody with, let's say, a $25,000 account and they go in with 5,000, 6, 7,000, that's a very, 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 very large portion. Why? Why are you doing that? Right? That right there is the biggest clue that there's emotional instability in the individual. Think about that for a second. Right? Think about that. If someone's just like, hey, yeah, my port's 25,000, I'm going to go 6,000. You're already telling me right then and there, there's something wrong with you as an individual, right? That trade may or may not pan out. But you just went too big. And even if it does pan out, you went so big that you didn't let it pan out, right? And so how many of you trade so small that, you could be wrong at this moment in time. Your thesis at this moment in time is wrong, but you traded so small that you gave it time to be right. How many of you are experiencing that? Oh, going with the trend. Yes. We're just going with the trend. And so because I don't care about the money, go on. All right, so let me remove the chat here because I'm like looking at the chat on this screen while I'm talking to you. All right, let's move the chat to the other screen here. And here we are. I mean, 44, 40, 40. I went from down 17,000 to up 44. Okay, so I know it's exciting, and I hate to ruin the party here, but now I have to start thinking in terms of risk to reward. I allowed a drawdown of 17,000. So a 2 to 1 would mean, what's my dollar amount, guys? What would my dollar amount have to be for a 2 to 1? Because I allowed a drawdown of 17,000. For it to be a 2 to 1, I would need what? $34,000 secured, right? So I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, well, we're at 47. I'm going to go ahead and, right. Um, let's move this up a little bit right here. I feel like that's going to guarantee me at least 34,000. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. That looks like a 2 to 1. So, all right. So this is where my stop is now. And maybe, just maybe, it's 34, right? So, I like that. That feels like the STB. I like that. But honest to God, uh, this means, guys, this means I'm up 80,000 on a day once we hit 50K. Once we hit 50K, I'm up 80,000 on a day. You know what? I gotta worry about me and my own guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close this trade. I'm done. That's 80,000. Let me see. Let me see my stats. I'm gonna go ahead and post my stats. Um, let's do the report. Yeah, I closed the day at 79,000. I'll post this here. Uh, here we go. You can use the Mr. Reward tool from TradingView. Yeah, you can, based on like the entry. Um, so there we go. I think we posted it. There you go. Guys, there you go. 79,000, 8 trades, 120 contracts total. Longest trade time, 37 minutes. 87% win rate. I'm done. We're done. Like, we're done. Okay. So, seeing is believing. Hey, Cammy, don't make that in the air. I'm sorry. You know what? We can't do that to ourselves, right? We can't benchmark ourselves against this, right? Um, everybody here can do this. It takes time. We build the port up, right? Um, shout outs to Johnny Cashola. I don't want to throw out his business too much, but he actually subscribes to my methodology of like 250K, trade that for a month, take the profits, bring the 250K back in, right? Right now I'm on a quest. I have a goal. You guys know, you're following me. I'm trying to make some major coin here, but John Cashola, man, I'm proud of you, dude. And Gerardo, if you're here, man, proud of you too. You guys are definitely changing your lives. And yeah, I want to say I had no doubt in you, right? So that's the thing. I never had any doubt in like the Johns or the Gerardos or even the RDs. I never had any doubt. What frustrated me was, you could see that there was initially, of course, because you're human, you're skeptical, that there's doubt in me or doubt in the system, right? They trust this guy with a, Yankee hat and, salt and pepper hair, um, with a potty mouth. Doesn't sound smart when he talks, right? Because my articulation is absolutely horrible. But you have to trust in me. But now I say this, guys, like, you don't have to trust in me. Trust in what this thing is telling you. Right? So trade design here. rock and roll here. You break the band. All right, we're done. Okay, so we stay green. So we come back to this green moment here, right? It tells you right here in the chart, like, hey, consider taking profit there, right? Which, man, if I just would have listened, right? The thing is that everything remained green. Everything was above 50 here. This is why we used the RSI is above 50. Everything remained green. You have this retracement here with this red band. We don't chase south, right? We didn't trade this south, right? That this here was the fake out. We maintain our conviction because we know we're going north. We know the data says we're going north, right? And so that's where traders get wrecked, right? Start up, start up, start up. Oh, it's going down. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go down. I'm going to come here. Go down. No, no. I used that opportunity to scale in and maintain true north, guys. All right. So we made our money. You guys seeing it live here? Let's see. Let's see. Stephen Roberts says, that's odd. You say that out of all AMC peeps. I thought what you said made sense and knew what you were talking about. Thank you, Stephen Roberts. I appreciate that. CRFC, can you elaborate about 250? Not sure what you mean by that. Platinum, at what point you showed an hourly calculator? If you take that thought with 1%, yeah, you're going to exceed. You're going to exceed what most make in a year. Actually, guys, platinum. Platinum actually did something interesting. Platinum, you want to tell everybody what you did? Platinum, you want to tell everybody what you did? Right? It was a mind-jarring experience for you, wasn't it? You traded a 5K paper account, okay, and now over $22 million. Jesus. Oh, proof of concept, maybe? A 5K paper account, now over 22 million. Granted, sure, everyone says it's paper. But the thing was he went ahead and said, okay, I'm going to take everything you're teaching me. I'm going to open up a paper trade account. I'm going to do what you taught me. I'm going to do what you're telling me. I'm going to follow the system. Yes. Yeah, so it was off my program. Come on, Platinum, can you explain to Pyro if this was off my program? Explain that to him, please. Just submit. He went ahead and submitted, and then Matt Parisi, how long did that take to reach 22 million? Yes, it's game trades. Actually, he took all the extra stuff from game trades too. Yeah, that. The Platinum, what you do that in like 3 months? 5,000 to 22 million in 3 months? You started in 2025. Well, 4 months into 2025, guys. So it's fucking remarkable. Right? So what does that do? I mean, data is data, right? So he trades and data is data. He's trading the system and he's compiling the data. Now, Platinum, you're in IT, are you not? So here's something that Platinum did though, right? And it's something that I talked about. Matt Parisi, everybody, okay, so now everybody's going to jump up Platinum, like, did you manage risk? And so I'm going to jump to Platinum's defense because this is the conversation that I have. Let's see. You go ahead and you say, okay, the trade is free. I can start trading with free money, right? You initially do the risk management, right? Again, we talked about this, right? If you're up 3%, you park 1, right? Now you got 2. Let's say you hit a 2-to-1 with the 2%. Now you got 4. Park another. Now you got 2% there, right? Great. Now you got 3%. Now you got 3 trades you can probably trade with. 1% going 2-to-1. Park 1. You're constantly parking 1, and it's constantly remaining free. Kind of like what you guys saw me do today was my money was free, so I could trade aggressively, and I'm trading with like no emotions, right? So when people say, "Oh, did you manage risk?" Once you start trading for free, there's no such thing as risk, guys. So let's say you started with 25,000, you build it up to 50K, you take your 25,000 out, right? The 25K is free now. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to write to fucking YOLO and be a dumbass. What it means is now take that 25, build it to 50 again. Now you got your 25, right? Locked and loaded. And then you got the other 25 to just be a fucking degenerate with, right? You took your original 25, took it out of the market, you're up 25, take the 25, made another 25 with it. It's free. You're unstoppable at that point. You're unstoppable at that point. Does that make sense, guys? Right? There's a reason why, whether it's going to be whether it's John or Bill or Hot Potato or Gerardo or any of my students who have very, very large accounts, right? They started with a sum here, and then they built it so large. And so now that they've adopted the free money mindset, this got to be a course all by its goddamn self. The free money mindset, right? Now that they have adopted that, they can trade systematically aggressive. They can trade aggressively systematically, right? Johnny, you agree with what I'm saying here, right? Because you built your port up. You said, okay, I got to learn to trade. From learning to trade, I got to build my port, and I build my port. Now everything's free. I could be aggressive. I could do whatever the fuck I want. Johnny Cash Ellis said it perfectly. Targeted aggression, 100%. Oh, guys, come on. Trade 1348. Game trades. Jump on in. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you, right? Uh, I'm trying to take people to the fucking promised land. Seriously. Oh man, I need coffee. There you go. That is, see it in the chat. He no longer has any of his original principal at risk. We had somebody send me a DM. They were up like 180,000, not even including the $80,000 that they took out. Everything's free. And when you trade with that type of freedom, oh my God, guys, this is the reason why the rich get richer, right? Because they have all that money as a tool. It's a tool for them, right? So they don't really care about it, right? Because it's free. It's free. It's free. It's free. Anyways, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I'm done with the stream. We made money. If you just trusted the system, you made your money. I'm out of here. Show the stream to a friend. Change someone's life. Whether or not you're going to use your affiliate code to have them sign up or not, which you can find over right from our Discord, guys. Give someone else an opportunity. Seriously. You know, some people, opportunity. I'm a straight shooter. Like, I'm a straight shooter. Like, yeah, does it benefit me? Yeah, I make money. I make money off of people signing up in subscriptions, right? But you guys see here, like, it's even 1348 doesn't make sense for me. Right. So for me, it's literally a contractual obligation in that exchange of I'm going to give you money for your system and your time and your genius and some good looks, right? For my commitment to you and submission to you to learn the system so that I too can change my life. I'm just being fucking frank here. Like, let's be honest. So you want to learn this? Pick it up. Change your life. Stop sitting there jerking off and listening to 20-year-olds and their incredible trading systems. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm done. Anyways, where's the off button here before I say something I'm not supposed to say?